Hello there everybody, Sam's Trains here, welcome back to the railway and welcome back to another train fare unboxing / unpacking video. It's been quite a while since I've done one of these because the last one I did was a live stream, so it's been a while since I've just been down on the floor unboxing train fare stuff. But yes, I've just got back from one and I've got some goodies to show you. Now, first of all, I have to admit that some of the stuff I'm going to be showing you here didn't come from the train fare that I've just come back from. Some of it came from other places on my travels, you know, other places that I've been since the last train fare video, which I've just bunged in here to make up the numbers. So I will tell you where I got some of that stuff from, if necessary, when it comes along. But first of all, here's some rolling stock. There's some paper bags in here, so I'm going to get those out first. Two paper bags from the same seller actually, but I went back to him and bought something else later on. So inside the first paper bag, this is rolling stock, by the way, to start with. It's one of those Great Western cipher wagons. There you go, hopefully you can see that there. Quite good condition, it's got all metal wheels actually, and annoyingly I've gone and taken the price off this now. I've just cleaned the wheels on it, but this one was £8.50 and pretty good. It was a little bit dirtier than this. You might think £8.50 was a great price, but I've just been cleaning it. I managed to get the body off and scrubbed it. So yes, it was a little bit dirty, which meant that £8.50 was a bit of a, you know, better price for it, but certainly I would have paid more for it if it looked like this on the stand. So really good bargain, pleased with that. That's a Great Western cipher. Then inside here there's a couple of coaches. Let me show you these, and again these were a little bit on the grubby side. These weren't too bad, but again I have had the bodies off and cleaned them, and again these were £8.50. They're LMS coaches, as you can see, really beautiful. I have got a rake of these already, but my existing rake of these is a touch on the light side, so I saw some of these for £8.50, and there are two, by the way. Let me show you the other one. And again, like I say, a little bit on the dirty side, but it's no problem to take them apart and clean them, which I have done. And as you can see, they've got metal wheels. I haven't tried them on the track yet, but I've no reason to believe they won't run just fine. So yeah, as you can see, two LMS coaches, Hornby ones they are. The cipher was Lima, by the way. And yeah, they're actually pretty much mint, I would say now. Really happy with those. So yeah, hopefully then next time I run some more LMS stuff, next time I run some more LMS stuff, I can put a bigger rake of those together, and that'll be nice. Okay, what else is in the bag? So another cipher for a start. I think this one, rather than being £8.50, this one was just £8. Again, it was a little bit on the dirty side, but I've cleaned it up. As you can see, I think, is it the same thing? Yeah, similar, yeah. Pretty much the same thing, as you can see. Yeah, very similar there. So that's quite nice, and I've already got a couple of those already, so I might be able to make up a rake of ciphers. That would be nice. Okay, next up, a couple of box standard McVitie's wagons. These were 3 for £10, and I'll show you the third wagon in just a second. But yeah, two McVitie's. As you know, I've got a bit of a rake going of these as well, and again, metal wheels. I only tend to pick up the ones with metal wheels. So 3 for £10, that's just over £3.30 each. That's not too bad at all, is it? So really pleased with those. And the third wagon I got for £10 was this. This is one that I've not owned in the past. It's a Triang Great Western brake band. Now yes, this one doesn't have the metal wheels, so a bit hypocritical already, but I've not got one of these already, and I thought, well, for the sake of just two plastic sets of wheels there, I might as well pick it up. And to be honest, it seems quite free running anyway, so I might just leave the plastic wheels in there. But yeah, it's very good, very clean, and it's a Triang one. Of course, it doesn't have the massive old-fashioned wheels, so it should be fine on modern track. And yeah, that'll go nicely alongside my Toad when I start doing some more Great Western goods trains, so that'll be nice. Okay, one more thing in this bag, I think, and this is a Loco. Now, this is the one I remember didn't come from the train fair. This came from, where was it now? It was a toy museum in Scotland. In Callander, Scotland. I've been there before, I've mentioned the place before, but I went again recently, and I actually showed this Loco on my Facebook and Twitter. But as you can see, it's a Ginty, number 2021, but quite unusually, it's in this sort of glossy black livery, which I really like. So that's why I picked it up. It cost me 20 quid. The motor inside is pretty much okay. It's got one borderline faulty coil on it, but you know, for 20 quid that's okay. And I've managed to remagnetise it and clean it up, and actually, even though the motor's slightly faulty, it runs just fine, so for the time being she's going to be keeping that motor. And something I like to do with these Triang tank engines is to polish up the buffers. As you can see, she's got golden buffers. Now Triang never produced them as golden buffers like that, I don't think. They always blackened them in the factory, but with some of these vintage ones I think it looks nice just to, you know, polish them up and get them really shining. So probably never looked like that from Triang, but I really like that look. So yeah, that's what I did there. Okay, and I think the rest of the stuff is all locos, so you've got a bit of a treat today. Okay, so the next loco that I got was this one. Now, this one I think I overpaid slightly, but I got carried away by the livery. So this is the Great Western Pannier tank. It's 2747. As you can see, well, you might be able to see, it's in like a glossy black livery, which is something really, really unusual. And it was priced up at £40, but it's the same bloke I got one of the ciphers from, and he actually knocked me a few pounds off. So I think I overpaid slightly on that. And also, as you can see, it's in quite a modern Hornby box, except the loco inside is from the 70s, and that wasn't obvious. So yeah, a little bit dodgy, really. I don't know if I'd have paid quite that much for it if I'd have known that it was a much older loco than that. But very luckily, I do collect vintage locos too, so that wasn't a massive issue. But if it was someone looking for a modern loco, they might have been disappointed or annoyed by that. But yeah, I've encountered quite a degree of dodginess at train fairs recently, haven't I? Yeah, I don't know what it is. I've not been too lucky, and I would say, me personally, I'm only going to be buying locos now at train fairs where I'm within driving distance, so that I can take locos back to the fair if they are, you know. I mean, this one wasn't faulty, don't get me wrong, this one was fine, but over the last year I've had a lot of locos that were faulty from the train fairs. Some of them I was able to fix, some of them not, but it's really handy for me being able to drive back and take them back to the fair the same day. And actually, one of the sellers at the train fair had a bit of a go at me actually for saying that. I think I said that last time, but no, I do stand by that. Obviously, some of the sellers are really, really good. They'll give you a business card and they say any problems, get in contact, and we'll we'll take the loco back. You can post it back to us, whatnot. Yeah, for those maybe that's the exception, but a lot of the time these traders won't give you a business card. Well, not that they won't. They just don't necessarily give you one as a matter of course. And generally, I would say when you buy a loco from a seller and they tell you it's working, you trust them. You want to trust them. You certainly don't want to be trying to get the details off them. You don't want to be asking them for their phone number and their address so that you can track them down when the loco eventually doesn't work. It's nicer if you can just trust them, if they're selling it as working. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say that train fair sellers are dishonest, because by no means is that the case. I've met loads of them, and in fact all of them have been really, really nice. However, as I say, I've had loads and loads of problems over the last year. I've had Mazak rot, locos with soldering iron burns in them, locos with smashed up linkage rods, remember that coronation? But yeah, that's certainly something that's true for me. I just seem to have had a lot of bad luck with locos at train fairs, but not so with this one. I've serviced this up, as I say, and it is working just fine. So yeah, quite pleased with that. Okay, the next one, again, this is a loco that I didn't get from a train fair. I think actually I got this from eBay, so maybe it's a bit naughty me putting this one in. But this is, let me show you, let me read out the end of the box. This is an A1 60114 WP Allen Doncaster Green British Railways. It's an A1, really, really lovely Bachmann A1. I've never had a Bachmann A1 of any kind before, so I picked this one up on eBay. I think it cost me £70, something like that. We'll have to double check. When I review this, I'll double check and let you know exactly what it cost. But yeah, I was really happy with that. And again, it didn't come from a train fair, so perhaps it's a bit naughty sticking it in this video, but I got it since the last train fair, so I thought I would show that. And then finally, is it finally? Yes, finally. The last thing I picked up at the train fair was one that I've always wanted. This is an EMU, I think we'd call it an EMU. It's a 2-HAL anyway by Hornby, and it's importantly in a Southern livery, and I really love Southern livery stuff, as you know, so this was a must for me, and it's actually a really, really nice runner. I paid £89 for this. The seller didn't give me any off, but actually having looked it up online, they tend to go for more than £89 online, so generally I'm quite pleased with that. That's not too bad at all. So yeah, a 2-HAL. Look out for a review of that soon if you want me to do one. Okay, I'm going to lay all this stuff out then. The camera's about to stop recording because it'll only do that for 10 minutes. So I'll stop the recording now and I'll set all this stuff out in front of you, and I'll give you one last look at it all. So there you have it then, that is the haul from this train fair. Obviously not a massive amount of stuff this time. I have been back in the past with more, but you know, you see what you see, and if you, you know, if stuff doesn't tickle your fancy, that's absolutely fine. But I suppose there's quite a lot of locos here, which cost me quite a bit, so I suppose that's why it's a bit lighter. But certainly the rolling stock I bought here is really, really good. I specifically like these LMS coaches, and really I can't wait to see those together with the rest of my LMS rake in a beautiful big LMS train. I think that's going to be awesome. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, folks. I will see you all very, very soon, on Wednesday in fact, with yet another video. Cheers everybody, see you very soon.